Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be discussing something I get asked a lot. How big a difference do LRs make in a world tournament run? And basically, does it matter? Should I do it? Etc. Now they do make a difference. So it's very, very, very important to understand that there's no denying that LR units make a difference. If you look at the two runs on the right, a team with no LRs, removing bonuses from bonus teams because, that's always something, debatable. If you look at that, you have 978,070 points. In terms of the run with a team entirely made of LRs, literally all LRs, absolutely no separation of LRs, you get a team of, or you get a score of 1,020,529. Now this always differs slightly, like it's always going to differ a little bit if you look at everything. So it's not like you're going to be able to, how can I say, just deal with like getting the exact same difference between them. But generally speaking, a team with, all LRs or more LRs compared to a team with less LRs will produce more points. And those points will matter, basically, and you will end up having a higher score overall. But how big a difference does it make? So that 42,000 or so points, at 41,000 points, that represents about a 4.23% increase. Again, it's going to fluctuate. Generally, depending on how many LRs you have, it'll range up to that big difference. That means if I ran a no LR team compared to an all LR team, and I ran them 20 times, I would have the equivalent of one whole extra run worth of points on my LR team, which is pretty good, except I only run like 25 runs in a world tournament anyway. Another big question is how long do the runs take you? I think that's where a lot of people don't necessarily get the understanding. Running a whole team of LRs is pointless if your run takes longer. If I compare my LR team to my non-LR team, the non-LR team went way faster. There's a couple factors for this. One is obviously running double Piccolo. You can do this with an LR team as well, you just lose one LR, so your points will go down a little bit. But also because animations are shorter. So when you have LRs, for example, even like a strength LR Broly who's got an older animation, or for example, you look at like Int Broly. If I get a rotation of Int Broly, Cellmax, and Turles, for example, and I don't have key items or anything, and even if I have key items, and I get an 18 key, that animation is long. It's generally longer than your standard animation for an SSR non-LR unit. So the thing is, it's going to take longer. Not lots longer, but it could be 4% longer. Do you see what I mean? So your 4% gain in points has to be realistically at the same speed as your non-4% gain in points. If it takes you 5 minutes to do a non-LR run, comparative to 5.5 minutes for an LR run, you've basically lost the points you gain in the time you gain. So it's all really, at least for me, a non-committal. That's why I usually say you can focus on LRs, but if you want to really get down into the fine maths of it, you either need to be going for a lot of runs and just constantly refreshing, always being on lock, making sure that you are minimizing your time as much as possible so that the LR point bonus can take a big effect, or alternatively just leave it. Just don't worry about it. The thing is it's probably not going to be as big a deal as you think it is. So maybe if you're a super hardcore competitive world tournament player, go for it. But honestly, it's not going to be a big factor. It's why I don't tell people to worry about it in comments. It's why I tell people rather focus on speed, convenience, and easy to use team. You are going to have a much better time. You are going to have a easier time, and you are going to be a lot happier because you're not going to be struggling with key animations, etc. So those are my suggestions. Take that information with what it is. Wishing you all the best of luck. LRs, no LRs, a little bit of LRs, mix of LRs. Be my guest. The world's your oyster. Go crazy. But that is pretty much it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. So, until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. And if you have any more questions or queries, leave them in the comments down below. And bye.